Ladies and gentlemen, in this RedGamingTech.com video we have some great news concerning the headset situation and the Xbox One. Microsoft have actually agreed and have confirmed that the headset will be bundled in with the Xbox One console. It indeed will be bundled in with the Day 1 and Standard Edition consoles, which is absolutely fantastic news in my personal opinion. I think it's great for gamers, and I also think it's good for Microsoft. This is one of those concessions that they've made that, in my opinion, doesn't really take a genius to know that it's for the better. So for example, the whole DRM situation and always online, it does have some negatives with its removal. I've gone into that previously, and it's not really the place to do so in this video, but primarily I think that it can cause some issues with some of the things that they wanted to do with the cloud and a few other bits and bobs. However, with the headset, I think it's just a good PR stunt for them to do so. Now, we do know that they have been looking into doing so before. They've been looking into it for a while. And a few people were, commenting on my Facebook, RedGamingTech, facebook.com/RedGamingTech, I'm sorry, and sending a few messages and wondering, well, why didn't they just say, okay, well, we're going to do it? Well, unfortunately, I think business doesn't always just work smoothly like that. So, unfortunately, what has to happen is, of course, they had to look into the financial profitability for themselves and kind of look at their margins and realize, you know what, it's actually worth us doing this. In other words, the loss in terms of the cost to actually bundle it in is going to be well worth it in terms of the extra sales and whatever else that we're going to need. And of course, beforehand they were saying that the Kinect 2 had a really good microphone and so on, but let's be honest, it didn't really help much that they actually released a piece of advertising shortly thereafter that said that the headset was pretty much an essential piece of equipment if you wanted to play online. The other piece of good news is that the HDMI cable will be included, will be a 4K HDMI cable for the Day 1 edition console, which is fantastic. Now, this 4K cable is actually a Category 2 HDMI. That means it could do 1080p, 3D, and 4K as well. And this is all according to HDMI 1.4 specifications. It's also been confirmed that the Xbox One's wireless radio is A, B, G, and N, and also supports dual band 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz frequencies. And the micro USB connector, if you use that to connect to the controller directly to the console, the wireless radios will shut off, and better still, you can actually use the controller without even requiring batteries inside it. So if your batteries do die or whatever, then that's cool. You can just plug it in a wired controller type of fashion, which is pretty nice in my personal opinion. Now, once again, this isn't really amazing pieces of news. This isn't something that is something like a GPU upclock that gets a lot of people extremely excited. You release a video on GPU increases in speed and whatever, but stuff like, for example, included headsets, good connectivity with the controller, not needing the battery, for example, to be in. This is stuff that you're going to, be thankful for a couple of months down the line after actually buying the console, especially, for example, the battery thing on the controller. Now, that's not particularly innovative in my personal opinion. It's just, a nice, well, it's good to hear kind of thing. It's a good confirmation more than anything. But the headset, definitely good, because there's nothing worse than realizing that you've just paid out X. I say X as in put your value of your system and the games here, and then you also realize that you've got to buy headset if you want to play online and various other bits and bobs, because let's face it, next generation console purchases, when you do decide to take the plunge, they always work out to be a bit more expensive than what you originally anticipated the bills to be. I remember when I was buying my PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360 and goodness knows what else. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed the somewhat brief video for myself, but hopefully I'll see you guys around soon. Take care, bye for now.